Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Liz, and welcome back to Super Hostile Isolation. In the last episode, we were attempting to take on the Temple of White Fang, um, and we found a copy of it right here. However, something I didn't notice last episode that I want to point out to you guys, this is the fake. And why is it fake? Well, it doesn't actually do any damage. It's basically the same as enchanting like a stick with sharpness 3, unbreaking 5. Well, okay, the unbreaking does actually matter, but it's basically a stick with sharpness 3 on it. So it doesn't really do anything. It does have the ability of the speed and armor, so it warms you up a little bit more. But it doesn't actually do any attack. So that's something to kind of keep in mind, to note is what I was trying to say. But as you can see, I am all the way up. So right there is the bridge that connects to intersection 2. I decided to come up here and notice that there is actually something up here. Um, there's a bunch of glowstone, and there might actually be... Hey, there is stuff up here. Alright, so let's be careful, for one. But... there is definitely something up here. I am so wary of traps. That is very obviously different. Haha. But I don't like things I can't see the front of. It is not trapped. Glory to you, Dark Lord. Hey, cool. I think this is important. O Dark Lord, even now the prince and his soldiers are climbing to this humble servant's hut. Soon they shall spill my blood, but I give you my life and soul to... But I give my life and soul to you willingly. I shall leave a record of my victory in hopes that my dark sisters find this. Uh-oh. I am cursed, and cannot lie. So when the prince asked me to put magics upon his new sword, I truly did so. The real White Fang is a sword even you would be proud of, Lord. But my curse did not stop me from presenting a fake sword and letting the prince assume. And assume he did. The fake White Fang looks impressive, but alas, for the stupid prince, the weapon is far weaker than it appears at first glance. I was silly, and I was stupid too. I heard the weapon cost him dearly. In an important battle, several of his friends died because he could barely fight. The real White Fang I handed to one of your tall servants of the void, and he stepped in and out of reality, spiriting the weapon away to a dungeon most foul, far away. At least that is what this humble witches hope. I do not know what he did with the fake. He probably threw the cursed blade away somewhere. Oh, Dark Lord, I hear voices outside. The soldiers are here. I shall soon be dead. As soon I shall be dead and join you in the nether. My final prayer is that my dread sisters find this book. I shall hide it. I want my sister to know of my great victory. Okay, so now I'm concerned that we're going to have to deal with some witches. Actually going to look around just slightly. But there we go. That is the hint for White Fang. Which is kind of cool. I don't need the acacia wood. Let's come up here. I just want to see if there's anything else up here. Nope. That is a resounding no, rather. So we should really stay out of water, but I wanted to kind of explore a little bit. Let's kind of just look up here for a little bit longer. See if there's anything else up here of note, of value. This goes on pretty far, this direction. So this White Fang is actually useful for the speed and the armor. But other than that, it's not really. Oh. Does this let you... No. This might just let you see... Let's turn our video settings up. Yeah, you can see something right there, and I bet there's light there, which tells you that basically go over there because there's something there. In particular, it's the temple. So we're gonna head back there today. Let's go ahead and turn our render distance back down. No reason to have it that high. But yeah, as you can see, I kind of pillared up. I think we're gonna take the waterfall back down. But now we are legitimately like not cheating. Sorta. But yeah, so I figured there was something up here I wanted to see. Lost a lot of blocks, but I don't really care too much about that. Let's eat a little bit. How's our temperature? Our temperature is actually not too bad. So yeah, I had went back to go get the get an actual sword that would work, and while I was there, I figured, you know what, let's climb up this and see if there's anything at the top, and I was right to think so. So let's try to go get White Fang again. In order to do this, we're gonna need. Let's come over here. Let's get some of our blocks back. We're going to need a couple of things. Now, if you remember correctly, there is a lot of stuff underneath the water down there. We'll worry about that later. I don't know that we'll actually do much with that, but we could, if we want to. So White Fang makes it much quicker. We're more defensive, but unfortunately it doesn't really do much damage. So it is what it is, but for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to head back up to the temple where the Enderman took the sword, the true sword, before the witch died, presumably. And then hopefully we can get the sword. There is a lot of frost revenants. I don't know what else is going to be up there, but the frost revenants were dangerous enough. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can just get done. Whether or not we can get the sword or not, it's a question, but we're gonna try. Outside of, like, to be perfectly honest, like, we could do potions. We could brew up some potions. We're not really having problems with the damage. We're just taking a ton of damage from these things. They hurt really, really bad. And that's not something that I, like, want to deal with, really, at the end of the day, because shields break, and then our face breaks. We die, we lose all our stuff, and it's a bad time. So what we need to do instead is we need to be super vigilant about lighting things up. And that would be a lot easier if it wasn't for the fact that the very first room is super duper tall, which is not good. Not good at all for us. Now, luckily, we're not really getting cold. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sleep. I cut down this tree because why not? Let's put some of this stuff away, including the fake sword. We can use that as an emergency weapon if need be. Like, at the very least, it's something. So we have a really good bow. We have golden apples. Let's get blocks on our bar. Let's put that away. And we don't really need this. Okay. So let's try this again. This first room, very first thing we're doing is lighting up as much as we can so that fewer skeletons spawn. Okay. So now, there's already a frost revenant. We want to take as many of these guys out from range We want to try to ensure that it's very well lit. And we should be fine. Okay. So again, range, and then corners. Perfect. Now we do need to be careful for traps as well. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, so there is a path up there. Let's get a staircase. Apology for the motorcycle or whatever that was in the background. And I already hear more skeletons. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. These guys don't feel like they're hurting nearly as much. Alright, I saw you. Let's take out you first. Nope. Ow. Alright. Some weird glitchiness at times. Alright, let's wait for them to come around. Ooh, they dropped one of their bows. Ow. Okay. So how's our temperature? Ooh, we are really cold. Let's do this. So we have a bow, punch 1, power 1. It's not bad. I mean, it's what we have, so can't really complain or anything. So it is really cold in here for some reason, and I don't know why, but unfortunately, we're going to be allowing things to spawn on us, and that's not something I want. Our sword, our really good sword, is not doing too well, so we might need to do something about that here soon. But yeah, honestly, like, this area is okay. I hear a skeleton. The biggest thing is we have to get out of here. Okay, this isn't working. I wonder if it's part of... I wonder if it's part of the dungeon. So let's get out here. And we're going to set here for a second. And I'm going to cook up some more charcoal. So we can get rid of some of the stuff. Let's go ahead and hold this. And now we're getting a lot warmer. So I wonder if there's not basically a time limit in there. That could be a thing. I would not put it past Vex to do that to us. But here's the problem that we're going to run into. My sword is starting to break. So you know what? We're going to let this cook. We're going to grab the charcoal. We're going to warm up. And we are going to then head to the geothermal plant. But before we do that... Haha, dual wield. You can't actually dual wield. That would be really cool, though. But before we actually head back to the geothermal plant, we're going to go grab the box of parts. So we're gonna keep working on this. How's our armor looking? Our armor is actually doing pretty good. We have 7 levels. I want to repair the sword, and I wouldn't mind putting more enchants on it. So yeah, for whatever reason, it would not warm us up in there. So let's get out of here. We don't actually want the sword on for right now because of well, basically because of the speed boost. I went down here without thinking about it with the speed boost, and it was a lot worse than this. But with our sword almost breaking, we're gonna have to kind of take this slowly. I promise you that the sword is worth it. At the end of the day, the sword is very much worth all of this effort. It's just a matter of getting it. So let's just come down here, and we'll take on the rest of that in the next episode. But for now, let's go back home and let's try to get a little bit even more prepared. So, you know what? We have access to buckets. In fact, I'm carrying a bucket right now. We currently have water. Lava is very warm. So maybe it would be smart to start carrying lava around. That's an idea. So one of the big things that we kind of need to focus on in that dungeon, we need to not fall. We need to not get ping-ponged around. And 100% we need to do something about our shield. Our shield is actually really, really bad. It breaks so quickly to those shots. And it's just power 1 bows. But because I really can't do anything with the punch, I just get ping-ponged around. By the way, I made some steak. Steak is also going to be helpful. The reason for that is pretty simple, actually. With a better food source, we will recover hearts a lot faster. So that is also pretty good. So let's go turn in the box of hearts. There's not too many more. I think we have 3 more. 3 more box of hearts to complete this map. It is a little bit shorter than your typical super hostile, but that's okay. It's more story driven, which is kind of cool. But it's definitely more experimental in terms of like the huge focus is less on combat and more on the temperature mechanic, which is fine by me. Like, it's a little bit annoying. It makes videos a little bit tedious because it's like, sorry, I've gotta stand by this furnace for a little bit so I can recover some heat before we can move on. But it's still kind of a cool mechanic. Like, it's actually fun to deal with, and it's something that you kind of got to keep in mind. It affects your decisions on like armor and whatnot. You know, I have this really good well, actually the Frost Revenants drop really good leather armor, but because leather armor isn't as good of a armor as iron or even chainmail or gold, it's not as warm, and so you actually have to make the conscious decision, which is more important to me: better protection or warmth. So let's go turn in another airship piece. And yeah, we're pretty close to being done. So did I do that? I think I might have. So something I want to consider, I want to see how much iron we have. I don't think we have that much right now, but I want to at least repair our sword. So We have a bunch of buckets. Right, we got a bunch of buckets from all that other stuff. Yeah, for example, this is the leather armor. It's actually really good. But it's not particularly useful to us because it's not like super good. So we have a bucket. We're gonna grab a bucket of lava, and then I also want to repair the sword. Our pick is fine. Let's see, smite. That could be good. Projectile protection 2. You know what? Let's take our leggings off. Let's get like a handful of levels. We can't put that on there. Right. If we want to put that on there, we can grab a block of iron. And honestly, you know what? Let's repair the pick. We can make a new pair of leggings. And then if we want to put that on here, it's just 2 levels. So we'll switch those out. And let's see, do I have any books? We have leather. We just don't have much sugarcane. So you know what, let's go plant some sugarcane. That might not be a bad idea. I could harvest books from things, but I don't really want to. So I believe... let's see. Just do this. And we'll grow a bunch of sugarcane because that's really the only thing we care about right now. We have plenty of food. That's not an issue. But sugarcane would be nice to have. We also have plenty of charcoal, so we can make plenty of torches. And just in general have plenty of charcoal. That is something that is not skimped on at all in this map. So here is the question. Do we do potions? Or do we not worry about it? It's actually a decent question. Let's grab more cobblestone. And because we have 2 stacks of nether wart. What kind of potions could we make? Well, we can make strength potions. That's pretty easy. We can make speed potions. We don't have much gold, but we do have some gold, and I know where to get more gold. So we could make what are they called? The health potions. But of all this stuff, like, how much is actually useful? I don't know. So let's go grab some lava. And we're at 0 temperature right now. So there's a bunch of lava down here. We should be able to grab at least 1 bucket's worth. That's gonna be a bad idea probably, but we can place blocks. So, yay, cool. We have lava. Stone bricks. Alright, cool. So lava bucket is going to keep us warm. That's the whole point of that. Okay, so let's see real quick. Any sugarcane grown? No. Alright, let's take 1, 2, 3. We'll make some paper. We'll make a book. We'll enchant the book with a moderate level enchant. And see what we can get. We'll do different levels and see what we can get. But so for this fire specs, yeah, nothing good there. Let's go lower level. Protection 2. That could be good. Feather falling, protection 1. Okay. Let's go the other direction. Efficiency 3, power 2. High on braking would be fine too. Efficiency 3, power 2, on braking 1. Is it always doing a 6? There we go. Efficiency 4. And okay, it's doing 4, 10, and like 30. So I believe at one point there was a good on braking. Let's see. Braking 1. Level 4 is not what we want. Level 3, 9, and 12. That's not what we want either. Okay. So we have a power 3 bow. What kind of books do we have? Silk Touch, Protection 2. Protection 2 actually would be really good. We could combine it and get another protection. Apologies for this. This is something we need to do though. Give me Sharpness 3. Sharpness 2 would actually be good too. Didn't I see a Sharpness 2? I think I did. Okay, so there is Protection 2. 12 levels. And there we go. Protection 2, which means we can take our iron helmet and get a Protection 3. Not bad. So, or we could have got a Protection 4 chest plate, but that's fine too. So for the time being, I'm going to say let's go ahead and call the episode here. I'm going to make my way back up to the really cold place, and I want to see. Let's step outside for a second. So I'm at like 5 heat. Does just holding this warm me up? No, not at all. So it's kind of cold now. Let's come over here. And there's lava. So we don't want to get into the lava because that's a bad idea, but does lava not warm you up? Unless you're really... Nah, it sort of does. I don't know. Either way, should be fun. So I am going to make my way back up to the temple, and we're going to go back through it and try our best. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't get too much done, but we did find the evidence that we needed for what we're doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!